saan yung pinaka-remote location ng 7-Eleven?
So, as today, most remote, Mr. De Leon.
Island.
Teka, 4,000 eh.
I would guess the most challenging to push is going into Western.
Western Mindanao.
We're trying to, and I'm not sure which point that is or where it is now, but we're trying to push into. There's a lot of interest from Zamboanga, but you have to bridge it, step by step, because your truck needs to deliver along the way. And for a long time, that was a very dangerous area. So that's why it's the last one.
And they're going there. Thank you. More questions from our friends? Yes, hello.
I think my question was already answered. By the way, my name is Melo Villarreal. I'm from out of town block. And just yesterday, I told myself that why 7-Eleven is so unfair. Because I was in Zamboanga yesterday, when I was rolling around. You know, travelers, when you go to a place, you always go to 7-Eleven. Who doesn't? even in the farthest corner of the world, I always go to 7-Eleven to find something interesting. And even in the Philippines, kahit memorize ko na yung shelves ng 7-Eleven, if I go to Davao, Iloilo, Ilocos, I still go to 7-Eleven. And in Zamboanga, there is no 7-Eleven. So I told myself, why is it so unfair? Good thing, I'll be in 7-Eleven event tomorrow, I'll be asking that question. But you already answered that, sir. So anyway, congratulations.
Wow. They're going there. They're going there.
Yeah, we expect it to be a good market. Everybody's good. There's been so much interest from franchise.
Congratulations.
Hello. Yes, follow-up question. Sir, just to get a wider grasp of the industry, what are the challenges that you are experiencing today, sir? I mean, like, are you worried about the inflation or other economic factors?
Mr. Lawrence, would you like to take that up?
Well, recently inflation has been declining, so it's very favorable for everybody, you know, as well as the cost of funding. So interest rate is also decreasing, so that will allow us to fund our expansion. But since we're a cash-generating business, so similar with other 7-Eleven licensees, so when we fund our store expansion, so if we're speaking of 502 stores, so the good thing about our business is that we can finance it using internally generated cash. Since inventory days, so when we manage our working capital, so we've reached a point wherein stores are following systems and procedures that will allow them to monetize inventory in a fast period of time. No? Then at the same time, as we continue to scale, our relationship with our suppliers is becoming better and better. So they are becoming more generous when it comes to giving us extended payment terms, and at the same time, so when volume increase, so they are also becoming more generous, no, in giving us more margin. No? So when it comes to funding, so I guess we can self-finance, and the recent development, so decreasing inflation and decreasing funding costs, will further strengthen our thrust of further expanding our footprint in the Philippines.
So economically, very favorable.
Sir, can you also comment, sir, yung sa Forex? I mean, yung mga products niyo ba, sir, are they mostly imported, sir?
Most of our stocks are locally sourced. Then when we open stores, so of course the suppliers are local, the contractors, and store equipment, so we have local importers. So somehow the exchange rate volatility is already packed in when we negotiate. And of course, when we negotiate, so this is by the volume. So we share our expansion plan with our business partners. So in a way, there are efficiencies created by sharing the calendar or the market development plan with our business partners.
Yeah, no, to be more, I was chatting with Kevin Platt earlier. And he was telling me that, it now costs twice as much to build a McDonald's as it did 2 years ago. And construction prices have been going up. And I said, that's good. That's good for me too. Why? Because we've already built our stores. So anybody who's going to challenge you is paying twice as much. So, things will happen. Exchange rates will happen and things like that. But it's all a question of, you can't control that. But what is your market position relative to it? So, it's good. It's bad for the country, but it is what it is. But it's a good thing we're not entering now. So, it deters competition.
Keeping them ahead. Yes, go ahead, please.
Hi po, I'm Nicole Faller of chickmix.net. What are your current steps with regards to Click App being offline sometimes?
Offline.
I mean, like, you are planning to go to like more far-flung areas, so syempre mas, ayun po.
You mean the kiosk?
Yes po. Because I love using the kiosk and the app. Like, I love using it for paying for my transport. Like, kung sa AutoSweep, ganyan.
And digital services, but what about offline?
Yes, I think we're in the middle of some system transitions. But we expect that we're moving to a new provider. So there's a transition thing that I think you will see.
It will be interesting.
Much more. It's part of the transition to a new provider. To the extent that we have an internet connection, yes. I can't guarantee we'll have an internet connection. I mean, that's up to the telco. Yeah.
Thank you, congrats po ulit.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Rosel, storytelleronline.com. There's a feature in your Click app that I really use, the clickgrocery.com, which I don't think a lot of people know about because parang hindi nyo naman siya pinupush or minamarket. But it's something that I really use. Siguro mga 5 times na. And I don't know, I find it very convenient. Pero I'm curious, since parang hindi naman siya widely known by people, how is the clickgrocery.com contributing to the profitability or the sales of 7-Eleven? And is it something that moving forward on your 40th year, is it something that you would like to push for the people to use that feature? Like
That's a
to,
very perceptive question. So that started during the pandemic too, because people were shopping closer to home. Since the pandemic, if you look at the Nielsen numbers, supermarkets have lost 800 basis points of share. 800 basis points. It's huge. In the US, it's at least 400 basis points. So, I can tell you, almost none of that is on it. Right? One of our independent directors was the CEO of Lazada, Philippines, right? Grocery online in the Philippines is right. If you think about the unit economics of grocery, you have 2 ways to do it. You can deliver from your store to the home, or you can deliver from the warehouse to the home. It's cheaper to deliver from the warehouse to the home if after you've built up millions of customers. Usually about, in the UK, that's Ocado, that took 10 years. And we said, no, but we can deliver to the store because we already have a warehouse. The problem is that what we have in the warehouse is chichirya. and we don't have enough what people buy to normal weekly shop. But we're actually working on that. And once we're doing that in our stores, because we see there's competition from Philippines. So we're changing the assortment in the warehouse. When we do that, we hope that you can use it like every week and pick up at the store.
And you push that service now.
When we'll push it when we have the right assortment.
There you go. Thank you.
Hi, Ram, TBC. I just want to ask, earlier this year you made the statement that the 4,000 store milestone can be expected by end of Q4. What are the major factors that you primarily attribute the early realization of this goal to? And in the international context, just to be clear, will PSC be affected by the restructuring happening to the North American branches? Thank you.
All right, I was wondering when somebody would ask that. Yeah, so you're not seeing just a restructuring of the closing of 144 stores. This is public knowledge. You have an actual bid initially for 39 billion to buy from Circle K, its arch rival in the US, to buy 7-Eleven, the company. So somebody with 15,000 stores, 20,000 stores, in a $40 billion market cap, trying to buy somebody with 85,000 stores. Audacious bid, but it was a 20% premium to the stock price. So then the Japanese undervalued. We'll think about that. I think 3 days ago, that price came back. 4 days ago, last week. I was in Las Vegas last week. And this was the talk because the NACS, it's a global convenience store organization, which I happen to be the chair of, or I am the outgoing chair. The incoming chair is was the CEO of Circle K. But neither he nor the 7-Eleven CEO were there. And so what happens is when you're not there, people talk about it. And everybody was, what's going to happen? Is this bid going to go through? Because 7-Eleven and Circle K are the biggest players in the US. And I don't know what will happen. I don't know anything about it. That's why I can talk about it. But I can tell you that it's shaking up things. Investors ask us, what will happen to you? I said, I don't think it will happen. But if it happens, it's okay, they're my friends also.
Mr. Patari, just to jump on his earlier question, what made it super fast? Because it was supposed to be at the end of fourth quarter, but it's only October and it's already up. So yeah, go ahead, Mr. Lawrence.
The Taiwanese directors are not available in December.
Yeah.
So we made it earlier in October. But our official store count at the end of third quarter is 4,022 stores. Already.
Wow. There you go. Thank you for that question. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Briggs Dennis from the Philippine Star. Sir, I'm just curious about your franchise model. So how does this evolve over the years and what opportunities does it offer to current and potential franchises?
We started in 97, 96, the franchise. It was a while. So I'm on the board of the Philippine Franchise Association. I think if somebody starts out franchising right away, don't touch that. He's just trying to use other people's money and learn on your money. I think you have to prove the model on your own money. And then you can offer something of value to others. So the evolution has been, we have the investor franchise and the industrial partner franchise. And both have evolved over time. We have a lot of interest. Usually the further away you are, the more likely you are to franchise because you're hardly ever there. Like in Zamboanga, there'll be a lot of people applying for franchises. And we want because I'm not going to be visiting that often. So it is evolving. We continue to look at ways to improve it, to align incentives. Franchising about aligning. How do we both make money in a way that makes the customer happy? That's the challenge.
And sir, aside from your Pasay store, you also opened your New Angeles City Pampanga store, sir. And what's interesting about this is you will be powering this with renewable energy. So, with this, sir, anong company, sir, yung tinap nyo for this renewable energy supply or for the installation ng mga solar panels? And do you have plans to expand this initiative to other 7-Eleven stores across the country?
The solar panel was supplied by the company of Tempe, Wenceslas. So it's like a startup
Okay.
company.
Okay. It was finally from the, we're testing several systems, but that one happened to be from the company of the former head of real estate, who was since retired. But we're testing many solutions. And yeah, we will probably be doing it when we have a roof. We don't always have a roof.
So sir, first 7-Eleven store niyo, sir, ito na powered by RE?
Yeah, we're not sure about that. We'll check if that's the first one, if that's the first initiative, because there are several sustainable initiatives that we're doing. So, for example, the rain catchment. So there's a separate facility to store rainwater, no? To also minimize our utility costs and at the same time recycle water. No? So I think this would be the first one, the one in Friendship Avenue, wherein solar panels are stored in the roof.
Thank you, sir.
And hopefully this is the beginning of many more sustainability efforts, huh?
Yeah, one thing that was actually highlighted with the, so I'm on the board of the Makati Business Club. And they held this agriculture summit, food security summit. The Secretary of Agriculture was there.